Hello, welcome. This is Greg Collins. Just giving you a quick rundown on the Future Technologies Unifi web controller. This is basically, you'll be obviously aware of this if you're signed up and got access to this, as it's your control portal for the guest Wi-Fi network that we've installed for you. You would have received a welcome email. Inside the email is the link to this website here, unifi.futuretechnologies.com.au, semicolon 8443. Now, it's important you put that number there or you won't be able to access it. When you first come to this page, you should see this screen here, but you may also get a bit of a security warning just informing you that it's hosted by myself rather than out on the web, and can be a bit of a security risk. I take care of all that. I make sure it's all up to date and all secure, but some websites will like to give you that warning before you enter. If you get that one, you just need to click on the advanced options and then say continue to this page, or I think generally it's continue this page, or it may be I acknowledge the risk, add the exception, depending on what browser you're using. So when we get to this page, we've got just our username, our password, just here. As I said before, that will have been emailed to you, letting you know where you are, how to log in, and obviously pointing towards this video to get a bit of advice on where to go. You've also got the option for Remember Me. I tend to not recommend that, just so you don't have anyone using your computer accidentally getting in there and playing with settings that you don't want them to play with. There is information in here that can change a few things on how the network works. Most of it, of course, I'm monitoring and looking after for you, but we'd rather not advertise that to everyone if we don't need to. So once we're up to that point, we just click on the sign in. As we sign in, you'll find it will open up to this original page here. The most exciting thing that we see here is across the top here, everything is good. You'll get a few different levels. Good is obviously what we want to see. Sometimes it might tell you it's average, and that'll be can just be as simple as someone else has had trouble connecting or disconnected multiple times and makes the system think that they're having issues with their network. Obviously if it's bad or poor, at that point either you'll be ringing me or I'll have noticed myself and be working on it for you. Yeah. So the other part of this page is it gives us a quick overview. We can see from here this particular site that we've loaded up at the moment has 2 network switches and 10 wireless access points running at the moment. If something was turned off in there, it would actually tell us say 9/10 in 9 in red, letting us know that something's not working. The other side of this thing is tells us here how many clients we've got running. So clients is basically our customers. At the moment, no one's connected to this site, so that may not be too much help for us in the next process. So what I'm going to do, you'll find your portal only gives you the one option of site because you're only access to one site. I can just quickly change here. We're going to drop into my house. So same thing, here we are back at my place now. I've only got the one access point at the moment. That is one of my jobs to upgrade that a little bit further, but it's going to approve the point for us at the moment. So what we can do is, from here we can click on our clients, and that will take us and tell us a bit more about who's connected. We've got 3 devices, 3 customers. I can click there and it will take me straight to that page. The other way to get there, if I'm doing other things, is across the bottom, across the edge here. This little screen looking thing. If I bring my mouse over that and it says clients, I can click on that and it brings me to this page again. So, biggest thing in here is obviously if someone's telling you they're having trouble connecting, you can actually come in here and confirm. Well, we can see here that if you're called Greg's iPad, we can see here that you are connected, and in actual fact you've downloaded only 0.5 meg, so maybe you haven't been using it much yet, But just gives you that little bit of reassurance that if someone's trying to tell you that their Wi-Fi is not working, trying to get a bit of a discount or something, you can go in and go, well, no, I actually can see that's okay, or yes, agreed, there is a problem there. And you can also see over here the strength of the signal. Now that's interesting there, that one at 19%, that's my laptop. So I would imagine at the moment I've probably got that out in the shed, and that's why it's such a weak signal. But what we can do is we can click on there. So just anywhere along that line will bring up a bit of information about that. And as I say, under a Wi-Fi experience, 19% is generally pretty sad. Samsung, so in actual fact, sorry, that is my phone, which is in my pocket, and again I'm a little bit further away from the Wi-Fi access point. And it's giving us a little bit of information here. High latency. You'll see things in there like move closer to the net, to the access point, change the channels, all that type of stuff is stuff that I will monitor for you and take care of. But again, if you notice it, by all means, shoot me an email, give me a call, and I can do it straight away if I haven't picked up on it already. The other interesting thing is it will tell you it's connected at the moment to my upstairs access point. So again, we can go, well, you're connecting to room 16, you're up in room 30, maybe that's the problem. If you find that situation, probably best just to let me know and I'll work through it and make sure they connect to the right point for you. With all these menus here, we can click on the cross to get rid of it, or if we bring that one back out again, we can also drop in the arrow and hide it again. Probably the other thing we can do, and you can see now I've taken the phone out of my pocket and suddenly the signal's back there. The other thing you can do in that scenario, if it's something that's there all the time, like I've labelled my brother's scanner so that I know what it is, I can do the same with that so I don't get confused. I can come onto the little configuration setting knob here and I can give it an alias name, so I can actually change that to say that is Greg's phone. Save that there, and now the next time I come in here I will know that it's my phone instead of taking a guess at what else it is and getting it wrong. Let's just jump back over to one with a little bit more information on it. Over here. So this one, particular one here, the only thing connected at the moment is the modem, which is obviously providing our internet. None of our guests are connected. So we'll jump back up here to the dashboard where we started out. So the other thing we want to look at in here is, as I say, if we've got problems with our network, we'll either won't have switches running or we won't have access points turned on. So we can actually click on that icon there, or on the switch icon. Takes us into our devices screen, which again is right here on the side. So from here we've got basically a list of devices, a bit of a description as to where they are. And the big thing we want to see is we want to see everything green down this side here, which we have got, which is great. In actual fact, I've just picked up, sorry, that's actually because I've clicked on the wireless thing earlier, it's only showing us wireless devices. So then up here we've got our switches, just the two switches, or we can go to all, and that's the one where we really like to see everything in green. Not too much more that we can do in there. If you highlight over something, you can see at the end there you can do a restart if you are having trouble, but generally speaking we're not going to need to worry doing that. You might sometimes see an upgrade option in that list as well, if there's new firmware out for the device. Again, I'm generally keeping an eye on that, and I generally will force upgrades for you, just so you know the network is running, and if the upgrade doesn't go through, of course, I'm prepared and ready to come out and make it all work. It's just part of the service that I'm offering. The other thing that might be of use to people is our next one up on the list here, called the map. So when you go onto map, and again you'll get a bit of a site layout and just an idea. So if we know someone is connecting to this top, I think we called that the top point, we can come in here, click on that one, click on our settings, and there we go, top lane antenna. So when we're looking at our devices, our clients that are connected, we can actually see that the top lane antenna is this particular one here. So obviously if we've got someone connected to that and they're all the way over here, then yeah, they are going to have a problem with their Wi-Fi. The way the system's set up is it should actually recognise they've moved from that location over here, and you'll find they'll jump into one of this antenna, or put that away. This one here is a little box inside the room. They call it in-wall access point. So you'll find that as people move around, they should switch between, and we shouldn't have to really do that. But if they're having problems, it may give you a little bit of an idea as to what the problem could be, just to make them feel at ease that you are comfortable with the system, you know what you're doing. And obviously, if they're having major problems, I would expect you're going to give me a call, and this is the type of stuff I'll be doing, is going, okay, yep, I can see they're not connecting to that point for some reason. Is that point not working? Yep, I can see why. We've made a few changes, now that should be okay. Again, just keeping that customer experience that we want right the way through everything we do. If we can keep the Wi-Fi experience good, you can also keep the rest of the customers' experience good, and hopefully they come back and tell their friends to come back as well. Other than that, it's probably a fairly general layout. There's definitely a lot that can be done in there. A lot of the features I've actually turned off compared to what I have. I have a lot more control than what you will have, just to allow that, take away that danger of accidentally doing something you don't want to do. If there's something you find you need to do, certainly give me a call, because I can look after it all and help you out with that. We'll just have a quick look. The other one that may be of use is statistics. When we click on that, it gives you a bit of an idea. You can actually see how much traffic you've gone through. So if you're on a limited internet plan, or you're looking at changing your internet plan, you can actually get a bit of an idea as to how much traffic is going through. Panel, I would probably just trying to see if there's a way to actually set the time period on that traffic there, but at this stage it probably just needs to be reset every now and again, which you can do up here, clear current stats. And obviously if it's something that you are wanting to know, then let me know and I can make that an automatic thing monthly, or we can set up a time period on that. The other interesting thing is you can get a bit of an idea. At the moment we can see room 19 is the access point that's done most of the work. Because I've left the mouse there, it's left us a little bit longer, and we've got, looks like we've just had someone connect with their iPhone, so we know the network's working. But we can actually have a look in there and we can go, oh, okay, so this one's using most of our data, or a lot more data than we'd like. We can click on there, that gives us a little pop out here, and we can go, what's happening in there? What are they doing? Who are they? So we can see reception. So that's someone that's, again, as we said, just checked in, hooked himself straight into the network. At the moment they're getting told it's a weak signal and low Wi-Fi experience. That will improve just on the fact that they're in the hotel and it's going to adjust. But what we can do, if we find that person has been using a lot of data and we think it's time that we just calm them down a little bit, we can jump back over into our clients list. We can find here and we can block them. I'm not going to do that because obviously that's not going to work out too well for them, but we can actually block them, and then they'll have to come back down to reception and we can have a bit of a chat to them about it. Or we can simply force a reconnect. Sometimes that's enough for people to go, oh, okay, maybe I was using too much. We'll just jump back over here if we have blocked a client. So let's now just block off Greg's phone, take my phone off the network. So obviously it wants to confirm, and that's not something we don't want to just go out and do for the sake of it. We want to actually have a reason. So it's just confirming, are you sure you want to do so? So that is now blocked. Okay, sorry, just need to double check on that.